Irish over here and having this accent, it's a big novelty. I know it's a big novelty for everyone. But one of three things is guaranteed to be said to me every day, as soon as people hear me. The first thing that happens is people want to tell me that they are also somehow Irish. Yeah. You know, they hear me and they're like, oh my God, you're Irish! I just did Ancestry.com! I'm 5% Irish! Yeah. And I'm like, yeah, I 100% don't give a shit, okay? Second thing that happens is they want to do an impression of an Irish person to me. And if you're laughing, it means you've done it. I see is some shit like, oh, top of the morning. Who is it? Have you had your Lucky Charms? You know this shit. Yeah, it's you. I hate you. Hate you. The last thing that happens is people want to tell you an Irish racist joke to your face. Some awful joke about the Irish. You know, I was at a party 2 weeks ago and this really annoying American woman came up to me. And she said, oh my God, let me tell you a joke about the Irish. And she said, what is the difference between an Irish wedding and an Irish funeral? One less drunk. It's shocking, don't laugh at that. It's shocking. I face this all the time. Like I drop my son to school, he's in grade 2. 9 a.m. every morning I drop him to school. 9 a.m. every morning the teacher sees me and the teacher will go, woo, Mrs. O'Brien, off to the pub now, woo, the Irish, woo. In front of everybody, the whole school. And I had to stop her one day. And I said, excuse me, that is extremely rude and ignorant and stupid for you to say that to me. Because the pubs don't open till 11. Stupid bitch. But even the kids in the school come up to my kids and they're like, why does your mom talk like a pirate? That's what we're getting, you know. Although I was doing some shows recently up north, I was in Muskoka, and this woman came up to me after the show and she had a beautiful Irish accent. And I said, where are you from in Ireland? I said, you sound like you're from the north, from Belfast. And she said, no, I'm not Irish. She said, it's just I only like to have sex with Irish men. And I said, I don't think that's how it works. I said, if that was the case, I would have a very thick Jamaican accent. Thank you. But coming to Canada has been fabulous. We love it here. We love it here. A few things we have to get used to when we first moved here. First thing was all the allergies. Where are you going with all the allergies? Oh my, you're nothing in Canada if you don't have an allergy. You're nothing. Like in my kids' school, every single kid has an allergy. Like my kids are feeling left out. My kids think there's something wrong with them. Last year, they all wrote to Santa and asked for EpiPens. It's ridiculous. But the other thing I had to get used to was the cursing. Now, I know you curse, but I don't think you curse enough at your children. I don't. And I found this out the hard way. People don't like you cursing at children over here. We just moved here and we were renting a house. And like any other Irish mother, I'm inside cooking the dinner, kids playing on the road, you know. Dinner's ready. Any other Irish mother, all we do, kick open the door. Here, you little shits, your dinner's on the poxy table. They did not like that in Oakville. Yeah. So we live in Hamilton now. fit right in. They think we're posh. It's great. But a bit more about me. I have a twin, and my twin still lives in Ireland. And I remember I was in bed with a guy one night, and I happened to mention that I had a twin. Jesus, he got very excited. He wasn't as excited when he met Frank. But I'll tell you a bit about my divorce. And when you get divorced, it's like a sexual awakening. You're back out there and you're going to have sex with somebody new for the first time. And it's like losing your virginity all over again. And I like to call it losing your divorginity. So there's a few differences between losing your virginity and losing the divorginity. Now, when you're losing your virginity, obviously, everything is waxed and shaved. Matching brown panties. You turn off all the lights and you slip into the bed because you're nervous. You're nervous, yeah. Now fast forward 25 years to the divorginity. And you don't give a shit anymore. Nothing is waxed or shaved. Nothing is matching. In fact, there's a wire coming out of your bra stabbing you in your neck. All the lights are on. And you take a run at that man in the bed, and he's feckin' nervous. It's fabulous. I'd highly recommend it. It's fabulous, you know. But, you know, I'm too old for all this. I'm too old for... Now, when you're back out dating and everything, you have to go online. You have to create a resume online, and you have to take photos from very high angles. Too old for all this shit, you know. Is there anyone here tonight in their 20s? People in their 20s. Oh, there's a girl over here I've spotted now. Lovely. Now, what's your name?
Sabrina.
Sabrina. How old are you, Sabrina? 27. Sabrina, 27. Are you enjoying being 27?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah. Good. Do you know what I want to tell you, Sabrina? I have had sex every Saturday of your life. I'm exhausted. But I'm too old for all this dating and all this crap. You have to go Match.com. I'm not going to lie, I tried Match.com once and I came off it very quickly because they sent me my ex-husband as my match of the day. That actually happened. What were the geniuses at Match.com thinking? What were they like? Oh, both Irish. Oh, yeah. Both from the same area. Both of the same 3 kids. Yeah, they're a match. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. I'm too old for all this crap. But I have talked to you a bit about my family. My mom is 78 years old and she comes over from Ireland once a year, comes to visit me here in Canada, and we love her very much. She's great. But every time she comes here, I'm like, where do you want to go in Canada? Like, tell me anywhere you want to go in Canada, I'll bring you anywhere. It's a huge, beautiful country. Shout out somewhere you think my mom might want to go in Canada.
Niagara Falls.
Yeah, you'd think Niagara Falls, yeah. My mom's top 3 places in Canada: Walmart, Costco, and Victoria's Secret. 78 years old in Victoria's Secret, and she has a fragrance that she buys there all the time. I'm mortified. She goes in and she gets the shower gels and the creams and the sprays. My 78-year-old mother's fragrance from Victoria's Secret is called Midnight Teas. I said, are you crazy? The only thing you should be smelling of is midnight peas. They're too glamorous now. I can't handle it. But I have a teenage daughter now. I have a teenager. Anyone here got teenagers? Yeah, oh Jesus. My God. My teenager wants to get acrylic nails. $80 for acrylic nails. She plays rugby. I'm like, you're not getting acrylic nails. And she ignored me, wouldn't listen, saved up her money, went up to the salon to get the nails done. 45 minutes later, I get a call from the manager of the salon. Could I come and help my daughter because she couldn't open her wallet to pay for the nails? I drive up to the salon, and there she is in the door like Wolverine. And she's crying. And she's like, oh, Mom, will you pay to have them taken off? They're too big. And I was like, no way, Freddy Krueger. Get in the van and don't stab your brothers. Won't listen to me. And so somebody recommended when the kids, to settle down in the evening, when they all go up to relax, and to help you sleep at night, and weed is legal now, to try some CBD oil. Anyone try CBD oil? Yeah. But you have to be careful. I got the wrong one. I got the one and it had THC in it, and I didn't know. And the kids had gone upstairs, and I took a big vial of it. Let me tell you, it was the best episode of Coronation Street I've ever seen. I was on the cobbles. I was in the Rovers. It was fabulous. But I thought the kids were settled down, and my daughter came back down the stairs, and I'm high as a kite. And she's like, oh, Mom, it's photo day in school tomorrow. Will you wax my eyebrows? And I said, yeah, of course I will. She's still not talking to me. Oh, my God. But I asked her the other day, I said to her, honey, could you empty the dishwasher? And she said, I'm good. And I said, thank you. And she said, oh my God, Mom, that actually means no. That's how my generation talks. Yeah. I said, come here to me now, come here to me. Yeah. I said, empty that poxy dishwasher or you'll get my foot up your arse. I said, that's how my generation talks. We have to take back the power. But I decided now, being back on the market, I should go and get myself waxed, And I'd never been waxed before. Let me tell you, Orangeville, I'm never getting waxed again. I went to this salon, and this lovely Vietnamese lady called Hannah was going to wax me. And up on the table with Hannah, 40 minutes waxing me. I'm not that hairy, 40 minutes. Tell me if this is normal. When Hannah was finished, she gave me a mirror to look at her work. Next thing, I see Hannah's reflection in the mirror with me. Looking at her work. And then Hannah says, now touch it. Do you ever have a moment in your life where the whole world freezes? And you're like, what the hell is going on? And I didn't know what to do, and I panicked. So I touched it. And for a brief moment, I felt like I was in a really low-budget porn movie. Like if No Frills made porn movies. This will be it, and it will be called Top of the Morning, Vietnam. Anyway, I have been Fiona O'Brien. You have been amazing. Thank you very much.